Good morning, traders. My name is Mark Owen. It's Tuesday, the 24th of May, and this is the morning update from Phoenix Blue. Well, today is a huge day, so please trade with caution if you are going to trade, that is. Um, our advice here at Phoenix Blue would be use this day to do something productive, whether it's trade review, analyze the markets going forward, or reduce risk in the market or bank profits, but do something that stays away from taking any potential unnecessary risk. Starting at 1:45 today, we've got the ECB President Mario Draghi speaking. This is going to be at the Bank of Spain in Madrid, talking about financial stability. At 3 p.m., we've got the Bank of Canada rate statement. At 3:30, we've then got crude oil inventories, which again will have another knock-on effect on the Canadian dollar. And then at 7 p.m., we've got the FOMC meeting minutes, which will be really interesting. That should cause some volatility in the market. Will we see a second rate rise in June? Only just around the corner. So this will be a good insight into what's going to happen. So first things first, make sure you manage your trades very carefully, the ones that you're already in. Just to give you an idea, I banked half profits on pretty much all my trades last night. They all moved, touch wood, in the right direction, and therefore reduced risk, and I can go into today's news feeling very confident. If we get a further push on before the news, then what I'll do is I'll look to take some more money off the table and just leave 25% of the trade running. Okay, so what do we see from the dollar index? The dollar index, we came down to what we call the golden ratio, nice extended 161.8. Then we've seen like a morning star formation forming, and a close above yesterday's high or even Friday's high should see a push up on the dollar index into around the 98.50 area, or potential sort of 99, that green zone. So watch what happens as we see this move unfold. Now, if we do see the dollar push long, that's obviously going to have some knock-on effects across the majors, minors, and also across gold and silver. So think about your correlations and think about how this move may impact some of your trades. Don't just think specifically about the one market. There will be multiple opportunities. So euro dollar, we do have a COT signal short. I took an aggressive trade yesterday, taking half profits, no risk on the table, and regardless what happens, there'll be profit in the can. Now you can see I've put on a couple of red arrows there. These are to highlight what I'll be looking to see from the markets. So it looks like this market is potentially going to touch the 1.1450 area at some point, but prior to doing that, I'm anticipating a retracement, which would coincide with the COT signal short and the dollar index signal long. The question is, what's going to happen if the FOMC disappoint? Then we'll see a breakthrough, and we'll probably rush on towards 1.14 very fast. So don't try and anticipate the news unless you see something that meets your rules and you don't take any notice whatsoever of news. Then by all means trade according to your plan. But we see a slight retracement before we see resuming euro strength or dollar weakness. So we'll be looking to get long on this market with full risk trades initially around sort of the 1.1 area, that 1.0998, and if it breaks through there, if we don't see any stalling in price, then that 108.30 will be the ideal area to get long and run up to the 1.14, which should give us about 600 pips should that happen. Similar sort of scenario over at dollar yen. We took a trade last night based off a break of structure and then a pullback into structure, and then we saw a reversal pattern on a small time frame. We traded the reversal pattern, we banked 1%, we took half money out at that green zone because this is where we expected the market to stall. Big even handle, 112, 61.8 of the fib as well. So now what we want to see is, before we take any trades here, we've got no risk on this market, we've banked money, so we're clean. We don't really care what happens. Obviously we'd like it to continue to the upside, But before we look at any sort of further trades here, we want to see a clear break of the 112 level. Forgive me, getting tongue twisted there. So looking for a break of the 112, pullback, and then potential push up to 114, and we'll see what the next move is from there. So remember, these are our trades. We've planned them ahead, and we will only do as we are going to say. Okay. Sterling, we've been talking about this for some time now. We're still very bullish on sterling over the longer period. Um, Forgive me, there's a little clerical error here. This says monthly, but we are looking at the weekly chart. What we've seen is we've seen an extended move up in sterling, and it's come into structure here, and we're looking for a retracement back down into around the 126s to get long and push up into this initial area of 133.50. If we break through there, this we should see completion of like an ABCD pattern up into the 139s. So we'll be watching that closely. Big structure level as well, just below the 1.4. So watch sterling, buy any dips, and if you are an advanced trader, then by all means look at trading the corrections. Kiwi, you'll see again we took another trade. This is all the trades last night were dollar strength trades. We've banked half our position on this. It came into structure. We got a nice PA signal on a smaller time frame. We've taken it down. Market moved, nice few pips for us. We've banked half profits, and we'll be looking in this zone here, the 69.50s, to be taking more profit off. So only about 50 points, which we could get that move very, very quickly today. But leading up to the news, I'll be bringing stops down and reducing risk. We've banked half, so we can't really go wrong. Dollar CAD, again, you'll see another dollar strength trade. You'll probably ask why I've got so much dollar strength out there. Now, I've explained from the dollar CAD, explained from the dollar index chart. But in terms of risk, what you've got to understand is I break up my whole risk across all the account of the total account, and I allocate an amount of risk per trade. So therefore, the risk will never, should it all go against me, the risk will never cripple the account. So I'm not going in extremely heavy on every single market. I'm just picking, and I'll put more weight into a market I believe that is likely to move further and faster. At the same point, I'll spread that risk across multiple markets. So we're looking at dollar CAD pushing up. First sort of stop will be 135.70. You'll see I've got an alert set here. This is because I'm going to have a look, and if price stalls at 135.70, you'll see the structure level. I'll be taking some money off, but if it breaks through, initially what I'll look for is a pullback into 135.70 to take it long. Depending what comes out of the FOMC, we'll see whether the dollar strength will resume. And if it does, then this dollar CAD trend should potentially keep going. The thing that potentially I see as a stumbling factor here with the COT, with Canadian pairs, is that we have excessive buying right now from the commercials on Canadian dollar in the futures market. So you see here we've got a sell signal. So we're seeing buying from the commitment of traders report from the commercials, which therefore suggesting we may potentially be reaching a top. The question is this the top, or are we going to have one last push up before we've reached that top? We don't know until it happens. We did take the short. We banked our profits until further notice. We saw a potential reversal forming down here, so we're now long, potentially just a short-term long before we see further downside. But if you want to know more about Commitment of Traders, and you want to know more about what we do and be part of the team, then first things you've got to do is come to one of our free trading events. We hold one every month in London. It'd be a pleasure to meet you all. In order to attend one of the events, all you need to do is drop us an email at info@phoenixblue.co.uk. Ask for event details. If you can't make the event, then you can book in for a one-to-one consultation with one of our traders, and we'll discuss options with you. Make sure you follow us on social media. We're on Facebook, and that's Phoenix Blue Trading, and we're also on Instagram at Phoenix Blue Trading. Uh, if you're watching this, you're obviously you know our YouTube channel. Please share and like all our social media. Share it with any potential traders, new traders, experienced traders. We cater for all types. All right, guys. Well, listen. Have a great day. Manage your risk carefully, and I look forward to seeing you at one of our free trading events.